the Weekly Geek News Show for October 3rd, 2014. I'm your host, Mike Lewis, Geek of Many, Master of None. This is the show where we talk movies, comics, games, music, and even sports, and much more. News from the past week about things that interest me and I also might interest you. Welcome to the show. This is the second week of the show. Thanks for joining me as I run down the top news stories of the week of the geek. I hope this show continues to grow and improve through your feedback and also as I get used to doing this. Well, now on to the news. On Tuesday, September 29th, Microsoft revealed and announced Windows 10. This was interesting as since they're going straight from Windows 8 to 10 and without hitting number 9. There is no reason that has been explained by Microsoft at this time. And when asked what happened to Windows 9, Microsoft responded with, 789. Yeah, that was bad, I know. Even my kids don't laugh at that one. Anyways, will be a single operating system that finally spans all of Microsoft Windows-powered devices from desktops, laptops, tablets, phones, a similar interface throughout all types of devices. Some of the features that will be found in Windows 10. The Smart Button's back. What appears to be a combination of Windows 7 Smart Button with a list of programs and text search box, and also which incorporates the Windows 8 tiles from Windows 8's Metro interface. The user, operators, will be able to add tiles to the Start program in that Metro interface, add their favorite programs. They can resize those tiles as well. Microsoft also announced that there will be better snapping of windows to the edges of the desktop. Also, something that gets me excited, multiple desktops. I love having multiple desktops on my work computer so that I can distribute into the different desktops the different projects that I'm working on with the different documents or websites I'm using and emails. Windows 10 will arrive sometime in 2015. Right now it is unknown if this will be a free upgrade to Windows 8 users or if, when available, if it will be available for a small fee. On Windows 10 preview version was made available for download on October 1st this week, and Microsoft is looking forward to feedback from the users to help improve Windows 10. PayPal is splitting away from eBay. PayPal will become an independent, publicly traded company in the second half of 2015. Rumors say that PayPal may want to focus on competing with the announced Apple Pay payment system that will work with Apple Watch and iPhones. Nothing that I can see right now to say that PayPal will still work with eBay, but I am thinking that it probably still will be a form of payment to pay for eBay purchases. After reports of Windows 6 and 6 Plus bending in people's pockets, people are now walking into stores and trying to bend the phones with their bare hands from the display areas. Many have been successful, and then after bending the phones, they'll just leave the phones on the desks or the tables and waiting for store clerks to find a totally ruined iPhone later on. Electric car manufacturer Tesla will unveil a new car on October 9th. Tesla founder Elon Musk announced on Twitter, "About time to unveil the D and something else." Many questions about what the D could be. Press release of the announcement shows the letter D and the front of a car that looks similar to the Model S, the current version of their model, behind a halfway open garage door. Some are speculating an all-wheel drive version of the Model S or a new convertible. Even maybe a smaller, more powerful version of the current Model S. Elon Musk also announced that their new autopilot system will be able to handle 90% of driving sometime in 2015. Now on to TV and movies. Netflix has announced that they will be creating and producing a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sequel. Are you excited about the sequel? Did you like the first movie? Netflix will produce the sequel, and it will be released on August 28, 2015. Not only will it be released on Netflix, but also be released simultaneously on Netflix and in IMAX theaters in August 2015. Also, a Tetris movie has been announced, being developed by the producer of the 90s Mortal Kombat movies. Yes, great winners like those movies. I'm so excited. This is interesting because the game has no characters. And I don't know what's going to be on the movie. Maybe blocks crashing down from the sky, people scurrying out of the way without being crushed. Tension maybe build as moviegoers wait for the long skinny piece to come along and save the day to wipe out all the other Tetris pieces. Mark Hamill has been growing his beard out for the role as Jedi Master Luke Skywalker in the upcoming Star Wars movies. Jesus Diaz of Gizmodo photoshopped a recent picture of Mark Hamill in a Jedi robe. Picture shown here in this video. What are your thoughts? How does he look as a Jedi Master? Cinematographer Janusz Kaminski has hinted his work on a possible new film, which will be the fifth Indiana Jones movie. Kaminski has worked on many films with director Steven Spielberg, who also directed the previous 4 Indiana Jones movies. Question is, what will Harrison Ford do in the movie? Will he actually be in it? Or this will be more of his son, Mutt Williams? Should the title of Indiana Jones be passed on to a new actor like they do with James Bond? Or should Harrison Ford keep playing this until he's in a wheelchair? What are your thoughts? Please leave your thoughts, comments in the comments below. William Shatner will have a cameo in Star Trek III. Shatner announced at Wizard World Comic Con in Nashville that J.J. Abrams had contacted him about the story where Shatner's version of James T. Kirk would be involved. Question would he be working with Leonard Nimoy, Spock? Because Spock has been in the previous films. Will they continue to bring him and then just hook him up with or partner him up with William Shatner? We will see. Hopefully, more news comes out soon. Now on to sports. Michael Phelps, Tuesday, September 30th, was arrested on DUI charges in Baltimore. He was pulled over for doing 84 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone, and was found to be unable to pass the intoxication test. Major League Baseball. Baseball will try out some new rules in Arizona Fall League to find ways to speed up the game. May or may not transfer some or all these new rules to majors next spring when the majors start. Just to give you an example of these new rules, and hopefully the point is to speed up the game because some people are finding baseball to be boring and slow. So they want to speed up the game so people will be more interested. These are the new rules that they are going to try out in the Arizona Fall League. Number 1, hitters must keep at least 1 foot inside the batter's box at all times. So you usually see the hitters, after not even swinging at a pitch, they'll walk around the base a little bit. They'll redo their straps on their batting gloves, kind of silly things. So they can stay. They can leave the batter's box, of course, if there's a wild pitch or if the umpire grants him timeout. Pitchers must throw a pitch within 20 seconds of receiving the ball. There will be a clock posted in each dugout, and it will count down to 20 seconds. So it's kind of like a quarterback having to keep track of the play clock for each play in a football game. Next, there will be a maximum break between innings of 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Of course, we can get the standard commercials on TV during that time. Once again, a clock keeping track of this. This is the interesting part. Hitters must be in the batter's box by 1 minute, 45 seconds. If a hitter is not ready, the umpire can call a strike. If the pitcher doesn't throw a pitch by 2:05, the umpire can call a ball. Next one, teams will have a maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds to change pitchers with the clock starting as soon as the reliever enters the player's field. What do you think? Will these make the game go faster or make it more interesting to you? Right now, it is not hard to understand that NFL is the most important, but the most popular sport right now in America. What do you think about this? What if baseball went to 1 game a week, just like the NFL is right now, and instead of having multiple pitchers, you have 1 pitcher who will be your starter every Sunday? And of course, you may have some backups if the pitcher is not able to go through a complete game. But would that make baseball more interesting? 1 game a week, 1 pitcher, and that pitcher may be seen as the quarterback. In the playoffs this week, wild card play-in game on Tuesday, Kansas City beat Oakland in 12 innings, 9-8. Very interesting game. Oakland seemed to have this game under wraps throughout most of the game and then fell apart in the end. And then with extra innings, Kansas City beat them 9-8. Kind of reminiscent of Oakland's year in this season. They started out strong, were the best team in baseball, and then they collapsed down the stretch. So I guess this can be seen as a summary of their season. On Wednesday, San Francisco just beat up on Pittsburgh 8-0. San Francisco's pitcher went complete game, all 9 innings, and San Francisco even had a grand slam in that game. Sad thing is, this was in Pittsburgh with the fans were just ready to let go their excitement. They wanted to see the Pittsburgh Pirates just make it into the playoffs. Playoffs game started on Thursday, where we saw Baltimore beat Detroit 12-3, just pounced on Detroit. And Kansas City beating the LA Angels 3-2, once again in extra innings. Hopefully Kansas City does not have to keep playing extra inning games, because that will really wear them out, especially their pitching. Now on to the lists. Last week's box office numbers. Number 1, new in the movie theaters, The Equalizer with Denzel Washington made $34 million on week number 1. Maze Runner, which is on second week, is number 2. Made $17 million. That has had a total gross now of $57, almost $58 million, which has made money now because their budget was $34 million. So if they keep on making money with this movie, we'll hopefully see a sequel as well. The Box Trolls, new this week, made $17 million. Not very strong outing for this animated feature from Focus Entertainment. Their budget was $60 million, so they're going to have to get a lot more money to make their money back. Once again, $17 million is what it made this last weekend. Number 4, This Is Where I Leave You with $6 million. The Dolphin Tale with $4 million, number 5. Then we'll keep going. Guardians of the Galaxy was number 8. Made $3 million, almost $4 million, and they are at a total gross of $320 million of this last weekend, and their budget was $170, so they have almost doubled that. Moving right along, making a lot of money for Marvel and Disney with that Guardians of the Galaxy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is 10th, $1.5 million, total gross of $187 million. Sadly, they have my money back, so they may make more. I'm a Turtles lover. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I just don't like what they did with this movie. I have not seen it, but I don't know if I want to. I don't like the look. I just don't think it's going to be very good. Movies opening this weekend with their Rotten Tomatoes score: Gone Girl by director David Fincher with Ben Affleck. Rosamund Pike, Neil Patrick Harris, and Tyler Perry, about a man and wife who disappears, and then he is a suspect that he may have done something with her. Kind of reminiscent of The Fugitive. I guess he's probably going to try to figure out who did it. Has an 86% Rotten Tomatoes rating as of right now. The Good Lie with Reese Witherspoon, PG-13. Oh, once again, Gone Girl is rated R. The Good Lie, PG-13 with Reese Witherspoon, about Sudanese refugees that come to settle in America, in Kansas, and they start a relationship with their employment agency counselor to change their lives. I'm assuming that the Reese Witherspoon is that employment agency counselor. In the horror genre, Annabelle, which is rated R right now. The Good Lie is at 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. I got to remember to give those to you. Annabelle, it's a horror movie, down to 30%. Nice. Rated R, a couple, this is kind of a cliche movie, seems like. A couple began to experience terrifying supernatural occurrences in their home. And also with a vintage doll, probably comes alive and to threaten them. And this happens after satanic cultists come to their home. Very interesting. Wow. And finally, the last big movie of the weekend, I don't know if it's that big, is Nicolas Cage movie about the rapture, Left Behind. I don't know if these are based off those books, but Nicolas Cage has really had some big stinkers lately. He's just trying to make some movie to get some money, I guess. This is PG-13. So those are the new movies coming out this weekend. Which one are you excited to see? You can see Gone Girl. Maybe you're a horror genre lover. Go see Annabelle. And maybe you are still following Nick Cage. Good luck with Left Behind. Thank you for listening and for your support as I'm getting used to the show and getting it off the ground. Please leave your comments below. Also, any news that you would like me to cover as it comes out this week, leave it in the comments for the show and I'll check them out and possibly cover them for next week. Have a great week and thank you for listening.